2, 4, 5. Hello, fellow comic book ones. This is Naman. Welcome to my channel. Hey, I have a special guest today. I have my friend Ryan Oda Odagawa. Odagawa. Yeah, he'll be here right here, and he'll correct me on his last name. Um, he's a comic book artist, and we go back a couple years, few years back. We did some campaign together. You know, you guys don't need to know. But anyway, here's Ryan. Let me see if I can bring him in. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, you got the name right.
Did I get the name right?
Yeah, Odagawa.
Before we continue, why don't you do a quick self intro of yourself so that audience will know who we were dealing with today.
My name's Ryan Odagawa. I started in comic books around '95. I got an internship at Wildstorm Productions, which was Jim Lee's part of Image Comics.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, so it was a little before that. They had like the Homage, well, it's called Homage Studios. Their studios. They had kind of like a talent search. I think it was in like Wildcats #2, and some of the first ones, like Brett Booth. He's another artist. He was like one of the first ones that got into the studio as a penciler, and then so I had told my mom I was in high school by then, around then, and then I was drawing a lot, and then I told my mom that I wanted to work for them. She's like, "What you gotta at least graduate first, you know." So I kept on drawing, and then I went to community college in Pasadena, and then there was a convention. It wasn't regular Comic Con. I think they had the San Diego Comic Con, and then I think after that was an Image Comic Con, and I had some samples and I took it there. I think before that I might have tried to get into like Top Cow, but I went to this Image Con and then met one of the editors, Sarah Becker, and she liked my stuff because I was working on. I really liked Gen 13 at that time, and she was the editor on Gen 13. So she liked my stuff. She gave me her contacted her back, and she sent me like a test. Just like panels test. I think it was like a Warblade test, and yeah, they liked it, and they said, I think several months later, they're like, "Did you want to come on as an intern?" I was like, "Of course, yeah."
So
Yeah,
that was your beginning of the career?
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Before that, I was like working in an office at a temple, Buddhist temple in LA,
Uh-huh.
the one that our family used to go to. But yeah, I mean, even then, I would like draw while I was like just sitting at the desk.
Cool. So let me show some people some of the stuff I got from you, and to show that what we're going to talk about today. Let me see if I could. Uh, is there a way to, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
This
is
is where we started.
the first um, issue of my creator-owned book,
Yeah.
Shadow Zone.
We'll do some flip through later on, but I got my personal copy that I'm really proud of. Let me see. I love these characters in here, but just want to show this off.
Yeah, it's got a hat on.
If they know the hat, they might know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple posters. Maybe I should take it out of the bag, but this is Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
If you look in the car, you see in the car. You see how that is on the car in the car.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw the. Let's see. Gwen. I want to show Gwen first. Gwen. It's a matching.
Yeah, they go together.
They go together. They're connecting posters. Which way is that? Right way? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the car. Who's in the car here?
Rip Stan.
Rip.
You see it?
Rest in peace. I guess that's right after Stanley passed away, right?
Yeah, Stanley.
Yeah.
It's a little Easter egg kind of.
Yeah. This first set of posters I got from you. This is another one, Harley Quinn one.
Harley, yeah.
Just to show the audience what kind of a talent you have. And I'm going to open unbox. Oh, by the way, if you guys would wait till the end of the show, these are signed by Ryan. I'm gonna give these posters, 2 posters away. This set, because I got me a set myself. So, and I didn't even open this. I saved this just for you, Ryan.
Oh yeah. They didn't bend it.
So I could open it here.
I always wonder if they're gonna bend it or something.
They didn't bend it. I guess. So far, the poster came in good shape.
It's good.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, Shang-Chi first showed up. Shang-Chi. Did you like the movie, Ryan?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought it was a fun movie. You signed it? Yep, you signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, you even drew what's her name down there?
Yeah, Aquafina.
Aquafina, yeah. Oh gosh, I love this one. Maybe I show this last. This is gonna be the last one. All right, okay. I already showed this one. So the one that people can win at the end. Another set. And what else did I get? Oh gosh, this is nice. This is she's Korean, you know that, right?
Oh yeah.
She's a Korean character.
Eva.
In what
Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah. She's a Korean character. I love that. Oh gosh, this is nice too. This is super nice. And I want to get a few more. But
Mandalorian.
I have to set my budget up. This is awesome. Now, the one I really like, and I'm collecting all these guys. Whoever draws this, I'm collecting them.
Yeah, that's
Rogue from Savage Land, right?
Yeah, Savage Land Rogue.
Yeah, Savage Land Rogue.
That's one of my favorite ones. Actually, yeah, I think it was this. It was this. This is the one I think she first appeared in. And she was like right here. Savage Land Rogue.
Yeah, okay. So that's where you got that from. I got a variant cover from Greg Horn. You know who that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a variant cover from him. I want to get one from J. Scott Campbell over Savage Rogue. But maybe you know what you can do. Do they have like a blank comic books of that comic book? The sketch cover?
Sketch covers, yeah.
Do you do those?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I actually worked. I worked with J. Scott Campbell at Wildstorm, and I actually helped him out on some of the backgrounds and stuff like that on some of the Genther Teens. I actually found that back in my room.
Hey, chop and drop.
Thanks, Chop and Drop.
Yeah. So let's do a quick visit to your website, and maybe while I'm going through it, you could explain your website a little bit.
All right. But yeah, I'm gonna mute real quick and so I can look at the chat.
Okay.
Okay, there. Let's see it now.
Okay, let's see. How do I do this? Where?
Like art.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm here, and I see your resume, and I see, I mean, just all the things that you talked about.
Long list.
Long list of stuff you did. So pretty impressive resume you got there. It's for starting up also really, and having the comic book also. And this is some of the art you have. I noticed that you don't have everything. When I Google search your name,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of art comes up that's not in your website.
Yeah, I've changed it. I try to update it as much as possible. That's why it's like in the comics I have like I've done a lot more comics.
That's amazing. Why don't you sell that pinup? That's amazing.
I used to have like some Wonder Woman ones, but they sold out. Maybe I'll make a new one sometime.
Hey, Dak. Welcome. These are some amazing work here. Who is that?
Do you remember Bionic 6? It was a
Bionic 6?
cartoon in the 80s.
Oh, I do remember $6 Million Man.
Kind of. It's kind of based on that.
Okay.
You know? But it was made by TMS, which is sort of it was one of the first like Japanese animated,
Hey.
but then made in the US. I guess it was kind of like the first sort of crossover.
That's cool.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I love that background too. There's that.
There's some
pencil work here, right?
We're done, yeah.
What is this?
For DC. That's a Hush from DC. That was like a trading card.
And that's your ink work, huh?
Yeah.
And you do your own color like this?
Yeah. Yeah, for this I did all 3 steps.
Okay.
And for those, yeah, I colored it too.
All your pinups are colored too?
Yeah,
you did all 3 phases of work?
Yeah. Actually I learned a lot of coloring while I was at Wildstorm. Because they were one of the first ones to like use Photoshop and you know, I mean, you know, back in the day how like before like Image and all that, they just color pretty much flat, right? But now, you know, with technology, they started to like put more gradations and, you know, more effects and stuff like that. So I learned Photoshop a lot from them for free. That's pretty good.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you can pay for that. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go to college for that.
Yeah.
It's a priceless training. Hello, Architect foam panels. Who's that? It is some very nice work, right?
Thank you.
Most of these days cause the digital nature of the comic art now. Feel like inkers are mostly gonna, yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
think we're going to talk about a little bit of that today. Not too much in depth into the NFTs. This is amazing. Yeah, these are not digital work, guys. these are actual analog stuff.
yeah, some of them. A lot of times I'll do the rough on computer and then print it out and
Mm.
then draw it with pencil or like use a blue line. Um, or I'll just do it. Like a lot of the newer pieces are all like digital, like the Rogue one.
Yeah, people seem to still love the analog art.
Yeah, it's I still have like ink and everything, like all this white out.
These are awesome work, man. Okay.
Yeah, those are for Aspen, and so I did the Cheetos cheetah for those 4 bags, flaming hot.
Cool.
It's funny seeing them like all over the place, and people are like, "I love flaming hot Cheetos."
These are your own character design.
These are for um, a YouTube channel called Just Kidding Films or Just Kidding. They do news right now, but I know that guy. His name's Joe. They actually went to the high school that I went to here at Mark Keppel, but they're a little bit younger than me. But um, I met someone else that worked at their company, and I was trying to. Well, I met him, and then he said like, "Oh, they're gonna do like a game
Mm.
artwork." So like, oh, of course, that'd be cool.
Oh, so
These
did
are
you
all
ever
like
come to a game?
people. Yeah.
You
So
did.
they had like a Kickstarter, and they made a lot of money to make the game and everything.
I actually like these characters. Is it is this is that long? Can we quickly look at
You can
that?
show a little bit, yeah. It's just like little time lapses. See, this is like the
Oh, so
yes,
this is the digital art now.
yeah. This is all digital, like inking.
I like to learn what's that one? Not Photoshop, but the other one.
Uh, Illustrator or
Studio.
oh, Clip Studio, Clip
Clip
Studio.
Studio. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to learn that right now because
Yeah,
I don't like Photoshop. Adobe people, how they charging people.
oh, Clip Studio has some cool tools on there.
Yeah, I like Clip Studio because I mean mainly because I have one price I pay for and it's mine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
This is cool. Let me get out of that. Let's see.
Yeah, then down I did.
Is that the Bulls?
Yeah, for the Chicago Bulls, I did. It's for kids, like this the Benny the Bull mascot,
Uh,
and then
you
below
did
that
that.
I did. Oh yeah,
You did the character design on this or what?
yeah, character design.
Cool. Did they use it?
Yeah, they
Nice.
had a whole thing, and then yeah, I did that. The same place I did the Chester the Cheetah.
Uh-huh.
It's like an illustration studio out in Santa Monica over here, and this was another one I did for Leapfrog. I designed the characters.
Wow.
I didn't draw those, but they used my designs to do
Oh,
that.
cool. Yeah, this is a cool too right here. Comic.
Comics. Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars Dark Horse comic. I think they had a better Star Wars when the Dark Horse comic was doing Star Wars stuff.
I heard Dark Horse got the rights back. Well, I think Marvel's is still going to do it too, but I think Dark Horse is going to do Star Wars comics again.
So this is your pencil work, right?
Yeah, this was for a free comic book day story, a little short story.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. These are. I tried to buy these prints from him, pages from him. Ryan won't sell it to me.
Maybe one day.
It's awesome, man.
Thanks.
I need to find out which comic these, so I could go look for these comic books.
Yeah, I wonder if I have any left.
It's just crazy good. Then you ink these too?
And then I ink them, yeah.
Wow. So that's all analog here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This,
All the ink splatters for the stars.
oh, you do whiter and then just flip it?
Well, sometimes I have like the toothbrush.
Oh, you just
But then sometimes it's too small, so sometimes I just use like some kind of brush or whatever to like just splatter bigger stars. And someone else colored these.
Oh, someone else who colored these?
I think his name's Gabe. It's on the bottom, Gabe.
Wow.
Yeah.
They all have just a different kind of attraction to me. You know, between the pencil, ink, and color, they just have different kind of attraction. That's amazing stuff. Then you do some kind of storyboarding. What's this?
Yeah, storyboards. So I'm trying to get more into doing storyboard work. On the bottom, the Spider-Man. I worked as a storyboard revisionist. Kind of like almost like I would say almost like a assistant director, because I work with the director to kind of like clean up some of the storyboards that storyboard artists. Usually the storyboard artists are like just freelance and they just do like a section. So then you know they turn it in to the director, and then the director kind of puts them all together and kind of goes, oh, this needs this, you know, can we fix this? Can we add a couple more panels here? So that's kind of what we did. Sort of like almost like an entry level to storyboarding. So I worked on that several years ago.
Can I show it real quick, Sam?
Yeah.
Is it this one?
These are. I did more like the director did a lot of the layout of it, and then I just did the actual like artwork.
You think you did those animation part?
Easy slugger.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mix of like different people.
Harry's my best friend. Well, Peter Parker.
Wow.
I tried to put in like the parts that I did.
For info on Oxford's DNA experiments, and I wasn't sure I was welcome.
Oh, brand a pen.
After all my dad did in the past, I just wish I could have done something.
You don't beat yourself up. Not your
What
dad.
brand of pen you use? I'm going to stop this.
Micron. Pigma Micron.
Oh yeah, I use Micron. I like Micron.
Yeah. And then I have like brushes, stuff like that. Pen brushes for some things, and then for different things. A lot of different tools.
What's his name? You know Kim Jong-gi?
Oh yeah.
You know him? He hates it when people ask him what kind of pen he uses.
Oh, really? What kind of pen does he use?
He hates it when someone asks him that. And we're gonna go with this Shadow Zone. more later on. I think I could show this off real quick. He made his own comic book. I mean, it's just amazing. This. No, oh, wait.
Wait, real quick. Do you want to go to?
Yeah.
The I also worked on the Guardians of the Galaxy. We could show after. This is a little
promo for his comic book. Well, I'm not gonna hold on. I'm not gonna get what do you call it? YouTube strike for putting
I don't
music on. Anyway, we'll go over this Shadow Zone a little bit more later. We'll come back to that one, and then he has a store selling all kind of goodies.
yeah.
He's a pin posters. He's selling for. He has one. If you buy 2 prints at once, it's get $5 each off on each one of those. I think I still got plenty to buy right now. I love these ones. Like I said before, I like that one. Oh, you got the Goddamn Galaxy. Is that coming up? Oh, you got 2 of them. Oh, no. I'm just looking at the.
Oh yeah, just zoomed in.
Yeah. But cool stuff. Let me see. I will agree, Chop.
Can you go to the storyboards again?
Storyboards, sure.
Yeah, the middle one. So middle one, I did actual storyboards for a Guardians of the Galaxy episode. So it's kind of cool. These like 3D. It's kind of cool how they. I think the director cut out like a lot of parts, but then when I saw that at the end, like all the parts were back in. So I'm like, why did you cut all those out? All the parts out? They're just gonna come in. But,
so you didn't do the animation part. You did the storyboard part, right?
Storyboard, yeah.
Okay.
They're fairly close.
So this is the process, huh? Wow, that's a. You saw this kind of animation on this side too, though, with your storyboards.
Yeah. It's pretty cool how they. I mean, especially with this 3D, because then, like logistically, you really have to. It has to be accurate. Well, I mean, close enough, but because if you draw in 2D, sometimes you could like fudge things, but it's cool to see it, in 3D, because then they actually have to make each little thing and make it work.
Now, when they create these 3D characters, can they arrange those 3D characters to do different things besides what you see here?
Yeah. I mean, you see how like just that slight like rotation of it. You could. I mean, it's much more easier in 3D to do that. If you have to draw that, then it's like you have to draw each angle, turn, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing stuff.
So yeah, I'm trying to like get more into animation.
So is this a? I heard you say you were doing more of taking the class today or something.
But yeah, I took a pretty good class today. Her name is Jane Wu, and she actually storyboarded a lot of stuff. She worked on the Avengers, the live action movie. I don't know if you remember the scene where I think Hulk punches Loki like that.
Yeah.
She's the one that did that, and then she's from Taiwan, and I guess she knows she took like wushu, so she worked on Shang-Chi too. So she was like,
She's,
yeah, I know.
She's already familiar with the martial arts.
Yeah, she was like, she took wushu, so then like she knows how the punch will hit or land or whatever. It's pretty cool. So it's the first class today, and then it's just like 2-day workshop. She's gonna do, or the second part is next week. So it's a pretty interesting class.
I mean, I hope she don't make it so that artists require all these skill sets. Like
Yeah, I know.
you gotta learn kung fu before you draw kung fu.
Well, someone asked like, what do you recommend? And she's like, well, take a martial arts class if you really wanna learn the stuff. Like, why not do it? Learn some stuff.
I think that will help you with these wushu classes or whatever.
Yeah.
If you know the form you're supposed to take,
Yeah. I mean, I took I took Aikido. I took a little bit of judo, but that was like when I was a kid. But
yeah.
so I kind of know some things, and in Aikido we use like the bow, like a bow, like a stick. So I kind of know like some things. So like, yeah, so it is pretty helpful.
By knowing all the moves, I mean, how to pose and your character.
Yeah, the dynamics.
Right.
A lot of things in storyboards is like that kind of differs from comics. Is like in comics it's just like usually just the cool pose or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
cool pose. Yeah.
In animation, you have to know what they call that antic or anticipation. So it's like going back and then forward, and then all the in betweens. I mean, storyboards. Like the final one.
I mean, let's say I'm blocking you. You get right in the middle of the scene. You have to have that, intermediary, Yeah. Yeah. So I think
you got to know that I'm like about to punch, and then I'm punching. Kind of, yeah.
Cool. Well, now I know this is going back quite a bit. Shadow Zone. Because what's made you start your own comic book like this?
So like even right before I got into comics, I was gonna show you. Oops, where did I put it? I was gonna show you my sketchbook too, right?
Oh yeah, okay, show me. Okay.
I'll show you, like, this is like the first thing that I kind of drew. Well, I kind of like copied from the comic, but before this, it was like just drawn with crayons and stuff like that.
That was how old were you when you did that?
X-Men. So I was like, this was '89, so I was like 13.
Wow.
But I would just like copy it.
Right.
My dad was a graphic designer. So we have more artists in the family on his side. My aunt was an artist teacher, and her husband was a teacher. And then my dad's aunt was like a painter at CalArts and stuff like that. I mean, I never met her, but it kind of runs on that side. So then, it's like, this is my...
No! I have the same sketchbook, friend.
Really? One of my... So I would just draw like heads.
Yeah.
I'd copy like, Jim Lee and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Jim Lee or Adam. And then in the back, with my friend, I'd try to make my own characters. The Phantom Avenger. And then I made like this one, Harrier. And then
I'm trying to whip to the. You need to put it in front of the camera. I'm trying to put on the camera.
So this character, Rubicon. See, I made. When did I make her? 92.
Cool.
I made this character, and then if you look at the back of the book, I have the book here too. I drew this in high school. This is sort of my my answer to like Wildcats or the X-Men kind of thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
See, I did this in like '93, and then
Mm.
the character that's pink right there up there is
Mhm.
Rubicon, and then eventually, I mean, I never got the chance to actually do it until this book. So I decided to go way, further back and then make the pre-story. So that's what this is. Hopefully, eventually, I'll do some kind of um, thing for these characters.
Uh-huh.
Probably update it more.
Wow.
But this is like the later story. Um, yeah. So, and then
I actually like these characters design too. Did you design all these characters?
yeah, I designed all these. I did all the artwork in there. Colored it. Took a long time, but
You had a storyteller, and you had quite a bit of team working with this one.
yeah. So then,
Writer, you had a what's her name?
yeah, Barbara Kiesel. So Barbara, I met doing. Hold on a second. I should have it here. This one. Do I have it? I don't see it. It's somewhere there. But anyway, one of my first comics at Wallstrom that I did was called Savant Guard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a spin-off of Wildcats with the character Savant and Majestic. And she was the writer, Barbara Kiesel. So I became friends with her. And then, later on, I contacted her to see if she'd be interested in writing Shadow Zone. So I tell her like the whole story, and she's great because she was an editor for like DC, Dark Horse, and she was the editor on like Watchmen, Hellboy, and then she was a writer for a lot of DC and cross-gen books and stuff like that. So she's really great at building universes and everything. So yeah, so she's really cool, and she helped me.
But you told her the story is yours then.
Yeah, the main story. Yeah,
She's the one who actually put it into a paper.
yeah.
Okay, I see.
So she'll write out the whole script and the dialogue and everything, and I'll kind of like try to like insert things here and there. And,
Wow.
but yeah, so we're working. I'm trying to make the time to like work on the rest of them. But I've been kind of busy. But
Did you ever thought of making floppy version of these or
like
regular comic books?
Maybe I'm kind of stuck with this like hardcover because I made one, so I'm like I should probably make the rest of this series the same. I gotta put it in China. But I think I definitely want to probably transition to like a different format because it's tough to. I mean, just space wise, I have to hold a lot of the boxes in my garage. So I'm like, if I do like a lot more, I'm gonna need to be a little more economical with the space and everything. So other comics I might do more like soft cover or something.
Cool. So I know I know this came up. Just somebody mentioned it. Something about analog and the virtual arts. So, are you afraid of NFT as an artist? Are you afraid of automation and art being a? You think artists will be automated out?
I don't think so. I think there's always going to be, the need for like creativity and like like storyboarding and stuff like that. I don't think you could really automate that out. I think there's still space. There's still space for humans. Like, please. But like, I don't know. For NFTs, I've learned just a little bit about it. I've heard like mixed things, like the good sides. It's like it could be good for artists, but then on the negative side, it could be open to like how would you say it, like fraud, or like maybe people stealing your artwork and then making it into an NFT or whatever it is. Or even I actually came across kind of recently the possibility of like someone like, let's say you're the artist and then I hire you for a commission, right? So you draw the art and I pay you, but then I take your artwork and then make it into an NFT now or something like that, right? Without you knowing. So I mean, I've thought about this recently about like, do I need to make a certain contract saying like, well, you can't use my artwork for an NFT, and if anything, at least give me a percentage of it or whatever, or
Right.
So I don't know. That's what I've got to try to figure out how to write a contract or something.
They have an issue. I heard this guy talking about it, but they have an issue of I mean, there's the same kind of argument, isn't it? Do you work as a hire, or did you create the work and sold it to them, or did you work while you're being their employee? And
Yeah, I know. You can get kind of like tricky.
yeah,
there's
so
a lot of like snakes out there, so it's like I wouldn't put it against above anybody like doing that.
I mean, like if you're an employee, then whatever you do is for the company, and the company owns it.
Yeah.
But if you, for instance, the case, the Superman case, guy who originally created Superman, he won on his case because he actually created the comic book himself. He actually created and designed the character and sold it to DC.
Oh yeah.
So it was his own work that he allowed DC to use. So when DC is using it again, they would of course have to pay for him. So they settled out of court, of course, in favor of him because DC didn't want to lose that ability to use Superman, right?
Yeah.
But on a Marvel case, Ditko case, I think it was a Ditko case.
Oh, Ditko.
He was employee, or Stan Lee and Ditko, they were employees when creating these characters. So it favored Marvel because, hey, you guys were employees and these are our product. So
I heard there was a lot of suits between like Stan Lee and stuff like that, right? And Marvel.
yeah. So,
Did you actually have you seen it's a documentary called, I think, Batman and Bill? Is that right? It's on Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu, but you should check that one out. It's about Bill Finger, and basically they're saying how everyone thinks Bob Kane was the creator of Batman, but he was actually more Bill Finger. So now when you look at the comics now, I mean they went through a whole bunch of stuff, and I think they kind of finally settled. I mean, Bill Finger is passed, but his, I think, grandchild.
He's a state, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you watch that and like hear like what he created, like he created the term like Dark Knight, he created like Batman, Joker, like a lot of the villains, and like I think Alfred and stuff like that. It was just like this long list. So you're like, wow, he it was actually him. But it was actually sad because while Bob Kane got all the notoriety and everything, Bill Finger kind of he passed away. He passed away in his little apartment, and
Not
like
benefiting from all that.
he never got the credit, and like it was just like really sad. You know, it's like you know, but you know,
yeah. Well, artists need to protect themselves, definitely.
yeah,
Now, hey,
it's tough.
I'm trying to watch the time right now.
Okay.
I don't want to keep you too long, but I want to remind people that I'm going to edit this video and post it on 3 different channels. I have several channels.
Okay.
So I'm going to edit this video and then I'm going to give away a couple posters like I said before. This one and this one, and just all they have to do on those videos, all they have to do is just leave a comment for them to win it. Maybe we could, can we have another meeting about a month or so?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll announce the winner then. How's that?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like I didn't know you were a big X-Men fan. I was a big X-Men fan, so.
Oh yeah.
We could talk X-Men probably.
Okay.
And I was saying like
some of my X-Men comic books I got.
Yeah, because I have like I said 200, but it was like 211. I have number 200, and then I think 207, and then I have from 211 until like the Jim Lee era or something.
I have 100 comic 100 to somewhere in about 30 comic books there. Yeah, and the ones that are expensive ones, those are ones I lost. That Phoenix one, the 101, I think it's 101.
John Byrne. Oh.
Phoenix when she's rising out of the water.
Oh yeah.
That's like a few $1,000 one if you said 9.8. That.
Oh
yeah. Gosh. but I lost that. But a lot of ones that and now that what's his name? Now that became what's his name? Lee's what's his name? Jim Lee.
Jim Lee, yeah.
Yeah. I got that Jim Lee's book, that big old Jim Lee's sketchbook.
I have too.
You have one of those?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to collect all the comic book that was in that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember. It was like 91 or so. He went to a convention like near me in LA. It was like his first LA convention, and he had displayed the big Magneto double page spread from X-Men #1, and just at that time I was like, oh my god, it's the original. Like it was like the Holy Grail.
You didn't get to swap some? Oh, did you say you pick up some of the things that he threw away?
Oh yeah, I have like a folder. So while I was working at Wildstrom, he threw away a little folder of photocopies that he made. Some of them are X-Men, some of them are Wildcats, but he just threw it away. So I was like, I grabbed it. But yeah, we could do another show, and I can show that.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, we could do the announcement then about what are you going to show there?
I'm going to show you this. I drew this around 2002. I didn't draw the cover. My friend did. His name is Michael Ryan, actually, but I did a fill-in, and this issue is the first appearance of Tony Stark's computer called Friday.
Oh, really?
And then it's interesting because you see the rings. This is Mandarin's hands,
Uh-huh.
and this is supposed to be the Mandarin's son. So I don't know if they. I guess they changed the story now, where Shang-Chi now is now the Mandarin's son.
Oh, okay. So they combined two characters into one.
I suppose.
Ah.
I don't know. Well, the cool thing was that I got paid a little bit when they had Friday in the Avengers movie. I think it was Age of Ultron. But yeah, this was the
Cool.
first appearance.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
So you're gonna, that's what another thing that reminds me. I need all those things that you were involved in, all the comic books that you were involved in. I want to collect those as well. So
Yeah, I may have some. I'll try to look for some.
all right. Anyway, so let's say what we're going to call it, about 12, 11, maybe even next year.
Yeah,
Mm.
we'll keep in touch. We'll see if I get too busy or something. But but yeah, I'll definitely stop by again.
Okay. Yeah, let's say January 11th, temporarily. I mean, what do you call it? Just pending. So January 11th. And then, and hopefully I'll get these videos out, edited, and more people participate that way.
Cool.
Cool?
Okay.
All right. So let's end this video. Thanks for coming by, Ryan. Oh,
yeah.
You could, we say goodbye to everybody else and stay with me for a little bit in the studio.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Till next time. Namin out. Ryan out.
Bye.